had this amazing message to share with y'all yesterday, and I didn't record this yesterday. These are the things that happen when you don't record, when you receive a download from our Father, and then you have to post it and do it a day later, which is fine. It's completely fine. So I'm going to try my best to share the message. This message is for those individuals who sometimes get paralyzed when they're making decisions or struggle to make decisions. Trust me, I know, because I have been there. So at the top of this year, our Father told me that he was going to start speaking to me differently. And that different way was going to be in the form of Rhema word. So typically when he speaks to me, or prior to this year, a lot of it would be through books, through people, through sermons, sometimes impressions that I would receive in my heart, different ways. But at the top of this year, he said he was going to start speaking to me in Rhema word, which is more direct, in the moment. You know, I'm not going to tell you what to do until the moment comes. You're not going to get any foresight into what I'm telling you to do. So that's the thing. Normally, I was used to getting some foresight, like, okay, Tasha, this is going to happen, and then this is going to happen. And then when those moments would actually happen, I would already have a heads up. Oh, okay, he said this was going to happen, and then the next thing it was easier for me to navigate because I already had the heads up. This year, he told me he was going to start speaking to me more in Rhema, which is precise in the moment word that you get from him, downloads that you receive from our Father. And so I was like, okay. So fast forward the story. Sometime last year, and then also going into this year, he started speaking to me in Rhema a lot more than normal. And I had to make some pretty big decisions, of which I wanted to make sure that it was the decisions that he wanted me to make. And so in those moments, there were times where the world, society, my friends, my family would tell me one thing to do, and then I would hear from him to do a different thing. This was a struggle for me, okay? Because 99% of the time, okay, maybe like 98.8% of the time, I'm real hyper, real like just on one all the time. I have a chill side to me, but most of the time, I'm on one. I can't help it. Anyways, and so sometimes when that is your personality, or whatever your personality is, you think that our Father is going to deal with you in that way. Surprise. He doesn't. He is never changing. And the way he chooses to relate with us is within his character that is never changing. So there are times when I'm making decisions that I would prefer that our Father get a little Teddy Pendergrass voice and turn on the lights and yell, shout, jump in front of me like moonwalk, diddy bop. I don't know, like, Daddy, just say it a little bit louder. And that is not who he is. Y'all know he speaks in a very still, small voice, a whisper, and he's so gentle. Oh my gosh. He's so gentle, so gentlemanly, gentleman-like, chivalry? Y'all get what I'm trying to say. He's so just like real calm and smooth and all of that. And he doesn't interject with ruckus. You know, he's very calm in the way he does things. And so sometimes when he speaks to me and it's not in the way that I would like to receive from him, I reject it because I'm like, no, well, I hear like my family saying do this, my friends saying do that, the world tells me to do this, and then Daddy, I hear your voice, but your voice is so calm. I'm like, is that you? But why are you speaking so soft if that's what you want me to do? Can you yell? And he's like, no, daughter, I don't yell. That's not me. So if anybody's going to change, it's going to be you. It is not going to be him. Side note, little nugget, little jewel there. If you're looking for him to speak to you in a specific kind of way, don't box him in, because he's going to do him however he sees fit. That's not to say that sometimes he won't get a little loud, because he may, if the need calls for it and it's something like really red flag danger, he may get a little loud. But normally he's very calm, whispers, don't do that, don't go that way, listen to what I'm saying, walk this way, don't, he's like that. And I'm like, can you just get a little like a little crunk just for 1 second, Day? I need you to just like throw some bows and get real rowdy. Anyways, let's get to the point. So let me take you to a time where he was telling me to do a specific thing, in the world, society, my friends, family were telling me to do another thing. So from the perspective of the world, my friends, family, society, they were telling me, yeah, don't do it, girl, don't do it. Like you watching a scary movie, don't do it, don't open the door. And Daddy was telling me, Tasha, go ahead, do it. I want you to do it. He was so calm. And so I'm sitting there conflicted, tug of war. Where do I go? Left or right? Which way do I go? Because I was hearing these opposing thoughts in my head and I didn't know what to do. So what he has shown me and what I've learned is this. Just because what our Father is telling you to do does not appear in the package that you want it to appear in, or it doesn't look characteristic of our Father, does not mean that you discard it completely. Because our Father is able to work in a myriad of ways. Just think about it. If I'm so used to our Daddy speaking to me through a book or through an impression or through a sermon, and then all of a sudden at the top of this year he says, oh, Tasha, I'm going to start speaking to you in Rhema word. And I rejected it. Do you know how much I would have missed out on this year? Because I'm like, nah, that's not characteristic of how I know our Father. Like, that's not how he normally talks to me. So why would he start talking to me like that all of a sudden? I'm ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Let me bring it down. But imagine how much I would have missed out on if I would have only boxed him into this specific way of talking to me. So if there is a time where our Father is telling you to do something and it doesn't sound characteristic of him, and the world is telling you to do another thing, this is not the case for every single situation, because you have to have received revelation from our Father to know what to do in your own scenarios. But I'm just giving advice, suggestion, wisdom for what I've experienced, what may be something that you want to try out, what may be the case. When he's telling you something like that, don't keep looking for a sign. Like, oh, I need a sign. Can you confirm to me that this is what you're telling me? Okay, Father, I heard you say this. No, can you confirm it 25 times? Because I've been there where I'm like, he'll speak to me, and I'm like, are you sure that's what you want me to do? Okay, if that's what you want me to do, tell me in one more way, and then I'll do it. And then he'll tell me. And then I'll say it again. Okay, are you sure that's what you want me to do? Okay, if that's what you want me to do, tell me like in 2 more ways, and then I'll do it. Sometimes he's not going to give it to you. And as a kingdom kid, as a daughter of the Most High, you have to faith walk. This is the analogy that he gave me yesterday. If you're on a road, let's say you're taking a road trip to California, and you're on the road and you come up to this sign and you're wondering like, oh my gosh, this stuff is not looking familiar. I don't remember seeing those trees over there or that building over there. Are we going the right way? And then you're looking for a sign. Just like some of you look for a sign, some of us look for a sign from our Father. You're looking for a sign. Can you confirm that we're going the right way? Sometimes he's not going to give you that sign ahead of time. He's not going to give you the blueprint like, oh, you're going to get this sign right here. And then as you continue faith walking, I'll give you another sign. And sometimes he's not going to do that. Sometimes, because he wants you to use eyes of faith, you're going to have to keep walking, keep driving. Analogy to the road. Keep driving. As you get closer to the sign, you'll be able to see it more clearly. And you'll be able to see, does it say Mississippi, Georgia, Alabama, or does it say Phoenix? And then you can discern whether or not you're going the right direction. You can, from there, discern, okay, it says Alabama. We need to turn around because that's not the way to California. Or you can say, oh, it says Phoenix. Yes, we're going the right way. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep faith walking. It's the same thing in our personal lives. Sometimes, whether it be a relationship, whether it be a new career, whether it be a friend that you just met, whether it be something financial, whatever the case may be, and you're asking him, Daddy, I need this blueprint so I can continue to walk. And so that, and this is the funny part. Like, this is when you really get real, like, you think you're outsmarting him. This is what I do sometimes. I'm like, okay, Daddy, I really want to make sure that I'm doing what it is that you want me to do. So I need you to make it crystal clear to me that this is the way that you want me to walk. And then, only then, Daddy, will I walk. Okay? Only then. It's like, I know he's probably like, daughter, like, Tasha, really? Really? So you're not going to move at all until you know for sure that this is me. And don't get me wrong, sometimes he will call you to do that. He will cause you to be still until you hear a specific word for him that says go. So I'm not knocking that or discrediting that at all. Sometimes he will tell you to do that, but you need to be able to discern when he's telling you to do that. What I'm talking about is those other times where he's saying, I don't want you operating in fear. I want you to walk in this thing. Imagine if you were taking a road trip to California and you are contemplating or you're questioning in your mind whether or not you're going the right direction. And then you see a sign up ahead and you're like, I don't know if this is the way to California, but I'm not about to go up there and look at that sign. We ain't going up there. I'm just going to turn the car off right here, shut off the ignition, and we just going to sit here because I don't know if we're going the right direction or not. I don't see any signs. I don't know. How crazy would that be? You have to keep driving, keep walking, keep driving to get closer to the sign so you can discern, so you can clearly see what it says and then discern, oh, it says Phoenix, we're going the right way. Or, oh, heck, it says Mississippi or Minnesota, we are going the wrong way. And you have to trust that he loves you so much that if you're going the wrong way, he's going to redirect you. He's going to take the scales from your eyes so that you can be redirected. Oh, no, it says Nebraska. That's not how you get to California. Turn around, daughter. He's going to do that. Don't be so afraid that, oh my gosh, if I choose to walk down this path, I have to fully commit, even if it's the wrong way. Because you don't. You don't. Your Father is a Father of grace, unlimited grace, grace and mercy abounding. That if you're going the wrong way, he's going to let you know. But in the meantime, where you're so preoccupied with, oh my gosh, I could be going the wrong way, what if it is the right way? And then you miss out. Last point, I think of Abraham when our Father told Abraham to get up and go. He said, number one, he said, get up and go to a place that I will show you. I was like, what? Oh my gosh. Like, Daddy, what do you mean? Get up and go. Go where? I would have been like, this is why I'm not Abraham. Because I would have been like, okay, where do you want me to go? How do you want me to get there? How long do you want me to go there? How do I know if I'm there? What are we going to do when I get there? Like, asking all them questions. And sometimes he's just like, Get up and go. Just go. And when you get there, I'll explain it to you. And he did that to so many people in the word, y'all. He did it a lot. Abraham was not the only one that he just said, get up and go without giving them directions. There's a lot of people that he gave the directive to get up and go. Once you get there, I'll give you the next step. So I think it's all a part of spiritual maturity. And I'm thankful that that is where I am, and he's walking me into that. But I'm not gonna lie and say that it is not scary, because it is. It is. He doesn't give us a spirit of fear, but my goodness, it is concerning. If that's a better word, it is concerning because you're blind walking. But as kingdom kids, you have to learn how to blind walk, honey child. You have to learn how to blind walk, because that's what this whole faith journey is about. I mean, if you think it's hard now, imagine some of the things that he's going to have you faith walking later as you develop in your relationship with him. So that is my encouragement, to not be so consumed with having all of the answers and figuring everything out. But if you know for sure that you hear him tugging at your heart and telling you to do a thing, that you faith walk it out and trust that if you are going in the wrong direction, he's going to reroute your circuit. He's going to. And you just may be going in the right direction. So I hope that's encouragement to y'all, and I hope comment and let me know if you've been in a similar place, or if you are in a place where you're afraid, you're stagnant to walk because you don't have all the answers, or you don't have the blueprint, or you don't have that aerial view of what is going to happen if you take this one step.